Right, so let's go into some other extra components that we have that you can take advantage of. So first we will look at some of our career magazines. So as you can see, this is a magazine on marine biologists, so we have a bunch of different careers. So you can just click in and it is a PDF, download it, and this is Melanie the marine biologist. And I'm just going to kind of scroll through so you can get a little bit of an idea of what these look like. Just some information on marine biologists and what they do, and then just kind of a little fun activity. So design your own ocean trash can. Below your ocean trash can must do the following, and then it has some requirements. So it's kind of a fun little thing that students can do with that. Get some career learning in. Then we have our science magazines. So these are going to focus more on the subject. So this is talking about pushes and pulls. So again, same concept, click in, download the PDF. So you can put these into Google Classrooms if you want, or other classroom management systems, or you can print them out however you want to do it. Put them up on the smartboard if you want. Go through as a class. So this is Jennifer the zoologist and moving animals at the zoo. So they're meeting Jennifer, hello, talking about favorite animals, moving a giraffe, how are they going to do that? So talking about some polling. So they learn about that polling there again, and just, talking about pushes and pulls there. So those are kind of the science magazines, and if you come across a science magazine that you really want or really like, they do tie into full-length lessons. So this one goes with the full-length lesson, zoologist testing pushes and pulls, so you can type that in if you want to do the full-length lesson there. Next I'm going to show you career stories. So this is some more career learning. Talking about Alice the Architect. This is going to be for younger grade levels, these career stories, because they're kind of like coloring books is kind of what I call them. They can't do the whole thing. There's a ton of pages, but it would take them all year, but maybe like one page or something like that. So they're learning about architects and what they do. So kind of another little magazine. Just going to scroll through quickly. Learning about some of the problems that they have to solve. And then we'll have a little bit of activities. So this says, do you have any ideas how to create more space for playgrounds in the city? Write or draw your ideas below. So just like a little interactive thing that they can do there. So those are the career stories. And then you have career profiles. Those are going to be for the older grades, so you'll click in there, and they look like this. There's kind of little informational pamphlets, so average salary, educational requirements, related classes. So this is good for the upper, like 7th, 8th grade before high school maybe, if they're, starting to explore what they might be interested in doing. And then just some fun facts. And those are the career profiles. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the STEM Winter Bundle. And I guess not this one in particular, but bundles in general for seasons or holidays, stuff like that. We try and come out with some fun bundle activities. So here you can see it's for winter, and we have a PDF version and a Google Slide version. I'm going to just click into the Google Slide version really quickly. So similar to our power-ups, this goes directly into your Google Drive, so you could share it with parents if you want, or other teachers, or however you want to do it. We made, so this STEM Winter Guide we released before break in case teachers wanted to do any of these activities before kids were off, or if they did want to send it home with parents as something to have their kids do, have them do something a little proactive over break to get them out of their hair. So as you can see, this has 4 activities. I'm going to go to build an elf trap and just kind of quickly go through that to give you an idea of what these activities look like. So these are STEM based, getting them building. So here's the teacher parent guide, just a breakdown of what's happening. the goal. So Sparkle is missing and no one can find him, and he needs to be found and returned safely. Um, and so they're going to make a trap for him. And the needed materials we made very low key, because if they are doing it at home, we don't know what parents will have at home, or if they are doing it at school, you don't want to have a lot of materials. So they could just use paper and scissors and tape and try and build something that way, or they could get a little fancier with it if they do have access to some more materials and make it a little bit more complex. It's kind of whatever they have on hand. So then it goes through their goal. We already kind of talked about the goal, but view trap examples. So we don't want to hurt Sparkle, so those aren't going to work. Here are some examples of how we can trap him without harming him. They're going to write about what their trap is going to look like, and then they are going to build their trap. And so it needs to be 3D, work without, capture Sparkle without injuring him, and work correctly. And then they will test it, and then they will review their design and see how it worked for them. So that's just kind of a breakdown of 4 different activities. Like this one is a little simpler. They are going to learn about winter lanterns and the background on those, and then it's kind of just step-by-step instructions on how to make a lantern. So those are just fun things to keep an eye out for around the holidays or seasons. We try and come up with some fun stuff like that.